Hi all, welcome back to my lecture series. This is Muthuminal, Assistant Professor at the Department of Agricultural Engineering. Today we'll see the continuity of processing methods involved in food process engineering. That is, at the previous class we have seen about thermal processing, and today we'll see about non-thermal processing that comes under the unit Advanced Machinery and Equipment in Agricultural Engineering 2 under the subject Automation Techniques in Agriculture Engineering for second year, fourth semester. At the previous class, we have seen what are the methods that are involved in food process engineering. That is thermal processing, non-thermal processing, extrusion and freezing. At which we have seen what is thermal processing. That is, it is the method that involves temperature to destroy the microbial activity, under which we have seen the types of thermal processing involved. That is two types. One is pasteurization and sterilization. We have also seen a very good example that involved in pasteurization, where the heat has been produced until 100 degrees Celsius, and the next one is sterilization, where the total complete destruction or the elimination of viable organism takes place. Today we'll see what is non-thermal processing. In this, the food is subjected to various thermal treatments during the process to enhance its shelf life. Our main aim as a food process engineer is to increase the shelf life, but these thermal treatments may usually result in deterioration of the nutrition and also the sensory qualities of food. With the help of this, the lifestyle of people around the globe may change and their food needs have changed as well. Today's consumer demand is for the clean and safe food without compromising the nutritional and sensory qualities of food, and hence it is necessary for us to be directed and also to be attentive among food professionals towards the development of non-thermal technologies that are green, safe and environment friendly. Under this non-thermal processing, no temperature will be increased. That is, no thermal treatments will be carried out. This will only use the process to enhance its shelf life without the application of any kind of heat. There are several kinds of non-thermal processing involved. Instead of direct heat, will provide an indirect heat to maintain the shelf life. The most widely used non-thermal processing techniques are listed here. The first one is high pressure processing. Instead of high temperature, here we will use high pressure. And the next one is pulsed electric field. That is, instead of temperature high, we will use the electrical field, that is electromagnetic waves, to pass through the food so that the shelf life could be enhanced. Next one is ultrasound. It is similar to that of the principle that is involved in boats, where the ultrasonic waves will be passed and when it is reverted back, the data will be collected. Here we will pass the ultrasonic waves through the food so that the food will be viable. The food which are viable of bacteria will be nullified and the shelf life of the food could be increased. Next is pulsed light and ultraviolet ray. Instead of electromagnetic waves, here we will use pulsed light and ultraviolet light so that no other side effects would be caused. And the next techniques is irradiation, where the radiation techniques are involved in non-thermal processing techniques. And the final one is oscillating magnetic field, where the magnetic waves are being created instead of the electric field so that the shelf life of the food could be enhanced. These are the things that are involved in non-thermal processing. And the next one which I was trying to say is the exclusive techniques which I have shown at the flow chart itself, that is extrusion technique, and the last one is freezing technique. Extrusion technique is similar to that of the technique where we extrude the materials through a mold along with the heat application. That is, everyone will have seen how we extrude a hardened snack, right? முறுக்கு எப்படி எக்ஸ்ட்ரூட் பண்ணுறோம், ஒரு மோல்டில் ஃபில் பண்ணி அதை எக்ஸ்ட்ரூட் பண்ணுறோம். சிமிலர்லி ஃப்ரீசிங் அப்படிங்கிறது என்னென்னா, நம்ம நிறைய சூப்பர் மால்ஸ்லலாம் we would have seen that several non-vegetarian, that is meats, will be stored at the freezer in a very high freezed temperature. அப்போ ஹை டெம்பரேச்சர் என்ன பண்ணும், அதை வந்து ஃப்ரீஸ் பண்ணிடும். ஃப்ரீஸ் பண்ணிச்சு அப்படின்னா அதில் எந்த ஒரு மைக்ரோபியல் ஆக்டிவிட்டியும் இல்லாத மாதிரி ஒரு ப்ராசஸை கொண்டு வரும். ஸோ ஷெல்ஃப் லைஃப்பை வந்து ஃப்ரீஸ்டு நேச்சரில் வச்சுருக்கோம் அப்படின்னா இட் வில் ஹெல்ப் அஸ் டு இன்க்ரீஸ் தி temperature. This is what the extrusion freezing techniques involved. So freezing technique and extrusion technique are nowadays most commonly used instead of these kinds of non-thermal processing technique and the thermal processing technique which I have said. The processing technique under thermal is only exclusive for milk and fruit juices. That is milk sterilize பண்ணனும், pasteurize பண்ணனும் அப்படின்னா நம்ம thermal processing யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம். Otherwise, unless otherwise, we are only using non-thermal processing that is involved like this, and also we would use freezing processing method, that is freezing the whole food which are edible by us like meat, because these kinds of meats are susceptible to bacterial activity. ஸோ அதை வந்து நம்ம ஓப்பன் அட்மாஸ்பியரில் என்விரான்மெண்ட்டில் வச்சோன்னா several growth will happen. Instead of consuming them and having a very deteriorated health effect, we are trying to nullify the bacterial activity that could happen, and we are freezing them. Even though the layer that has been frozen will become hard, we have to make them to thaw again before cooking. So these are the things which I have prepared for today's class. See you at the next class. Thank you.